Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, good morning.
Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
Well, we've got an early morning Sunday edition for you guys.
Yes.
It's daylight savings time,
Mm-hmm.
so we gained an extra hour,
Yep.
which is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a lot brighter. And it's only, I think, 8 o'clock right now.
Maybe-ish.
Yeah. So it would have been 9.
Yeah, so we got to sleep in an extra hour, but it's
Actually,
earlier.
Yeah. Not make it feel like, I don't know, it was weird. I definitely slept in, but at the same time I didn't.
Yeah, because, you know, the time changed, so.
Makes it nice.
It made it real nice. So yesterday was Scarlett's birthday, and we had a really great, well, it wasn't her actual birthday, but it was her birthday party.
Yep.
So we got to celebrate her birthday party with my mom, Brittany, Kylie, Colin, Anthony, Roxanne, Uncle Come On, of course,
the family
Wyatt,
came in
the
out.
kids. You know, it was a great time. We had a very good birthday party for her. The day before that, we got this beautiful piece of machinery from our good friend Come On.
Come on with that, come on.
Come on with that, come on. I can't believe, man, I cannot believe that he let us borrow this thing again.
No.
I can't believe it.
Well,
Yeah.
it still amazes me. I mean, it's not a cheap piece of equipment,
No.
you know, and for me to be able to borrow it from a good buddy, a good family, a good
Yeah.
family.
He's family, man. That's our brother right
yeah.
there. Our brother from
So-
another mother.
It's just mind-boggling to me every time, but
We've got a lot of work we got to do with this thing this week.
yes.
Let's go walk over and show him while we keep chatting. I
Yes.
figured today we would do a walk and talk. And,
And I
and
couldn't
hang
help
out.
I couldn't help myself when I pulled that thing out because there's a couple of limbs that we had. People call them widow makers.
Yes, and they definitely would have been a widowmaker.
Yeah, and they came off pretty easily, so I'm glad I did it.
So I'm not sure if you guys remember in our videos, but this tree right here used to have like that big limb. That's
part of it.
part of it, yeah.
I brought it over there.
It's over that way, but there was a big limb. You could
You
see
can
it.
actually see where it snapped off.
Yeah, and right there it was hanging down from when Rooster had come and did all of the tier systems and stuff. There was another tree over here that he yanked out, and as he yanked it out, a limb broke, and it was just kind of dangling there for a while. And Gary was going to get the chainsaw and rope and quad or whatever.
Something to try to yank it off, and I was like, you know what, I'll wait until it's about the fall time when I know that it's going to be a little easier for us to snap it off of there.
But yeah,
And yeah, I grabbed that guy. And then there was another tree over there, pine, that ended up blowing over into another tree. And it's just one of those things, if you got trees like that and little ones, they will find a way to climb on it.
yeah. Our kids are little jungle monkeys. They love climbing trees and getting into stuff and making forts, and you know, you got to take care of it. It wouldn't just be a widowmaker, but it could be a very bad situation for some little kids. So definitely got to take care of that stuff.
Yep. And there's
So thank you, David, for letting us borrow Uber again, because
Like
made it
no
really
tomorrow.
easy for Gary to get rid of those things before that big storm came through. So
and there's there's a cedar going down over to the pond that fell over,
Yep.
and it's caught up into another tree. So I'm gonna have to maneuver a way to get that out of there.
yeah,
And I feel like what I'm gonna do is I'll just probably hook up a chain from this area all the way down to there and just yank it out.
yeah.
Because I don't want to get down there with the tractor, because that's a steep hill. And if something goes awry, that's a bad hill to be on when it goes awry.
That'd be a bad hill to be. So we're passing Camp Life. When we were doing the trick or treat with the kids, well, it wasn't even trick or treat, it was more so the scavenger hunt, right? You might have noticed that Camp Life, the trailers, has a big, huge rip in between our camp trailer and then the horse trailer. Luckily, it's not where the big circus tent stick is, but still, that's a pretty big rip. We're going to have to make sure to finish closing
We're gonna
up
have to
camp
address that this week.
fully.
Yep.
Still
I'm
got some more
surprised.
stuff to do over here.
I'm really surprised that didn't get beat up any worse with the storm that we had.
Yeah, about that, guys. I want to thank you all so much for all the messages and for the comments and for worrying about us, because as most of you guys know, it was Friday night. There was a bunch of big, heavy storms going on in our area.
A lot of
there was tornado
warnings, a lot of
Yeah.
tornadoes in Texas and Oklahoma, and everybody that's been hit and devastated with that our heart goes out with
I
you
pray for you
guys. We pray
guys.
for you guys. And yeah, it's one of those things. And we're not used to it
We're
by
getting more
any
used to
means.
it.
We're getting more used to it, but
But yeah, it's still always kind of scary. But I will say this, us having the basement on the property and living in the basement, it might be a false sense of security. I don't think it is, but I have a very big sense of security being inside the basement. When that storm was going on, we all kind of went into the back room where our bedroom is, because that's the only area of the house where there's no glass.
there's no glass, there's
Yeah.
no windows, there's no anything else. We have doors in those in that area, so we
Yep.
can close it up, and we've got another center wall that is concrete
Yeah, so we all
from the
kind
outer
of
wall.
went over there and huddled in that back area, and we were just watching Ryan Hall, y'all, on YouTube, and he's like the weatherman, YouTube weatherman guru. He's really great, and you guys have all suggested for us to watch him when we first moved out here, and now he's been like our weatherman staple
Yeah.
since we moved out here. But we were all watching it. We were watching the storms go through on Friday, and we were safe and sound. And if anything ever is coming in our direct area, Anthony and Roxanne know to bring Wyatt over to us as well, and we'll all huddle down in the basement. So I guess it's kind of a good thing that we have that at our property, you know. Obviously, we don't want any kind of heavy winds or tornadoes to come and blow through and ruin everything, but
You know what I've been
we would be
thinking?
kind of safe. So
I'm
at least we
thinking,
think.
I'm thinking of getting some eye bolts, some actual, you know, good eye bolts, not these crappy eye bolts, something that's got kilonewton rating to it. So
Yep.
get those and mount them into the concrete slab, and then have everybody wear a harness and tether off into that freaking those eyelets, and
Just-
have everybody tethered off to all the eyelets, so that way if one goes, you're still tethered off to another.
It'd be like that movie Twister where they like buckled themselves to that pipe. I think that might just be Hollywood, babe. I don't know. Drop it down in the comment section if that would like legit work or
Hey,
not.
I'm just saying,
We're
if the
desert
roof,
folks,
if the
so-
roof rips or the floor rips off, right, you don't want to get sucked out of the basement.
True.
So that way you're at least in the basement at all times. And
Well-
if you're using actual climbing gear that's rated for that kind of stuff.
Look at all the animals following us, by the way. Hi, Ludaloo. Look at even the cats. Duchess, Arizona.
Oh, here comes Lucy.
Here comes Lucy. Hi, Luce. Key!
Hey, Luna.
Luna, leave that cat alone.
That cat gonna get you.
Yeah, Duchess is not one to play with. She'll take your eye out, Luna.
Come on, Luna.
Come on. Come on.
Leave that kitty cat alone. She's like, I just want to play.
I just want to play. I just want to play. Yeah, even Mora's out here. I swear, whenever we go on walks around the property, we have like all the animals on the property, they want to come. So if we ever decide to go hunting, we're going to have to like put them inside. They'd be scaring off all the good stuff before we could even get to it.
Well, hunting wise, I'd be going really early in the morning or really late at night.
Either way, we'd have to lock up the dogs
Why not?
and the cats.
Well, yes.
The cats would be the hard one to keep at bay.
Well, the cats, I don't think would really.
Oh, the cats would follow me. Maybe not you, but they would follow me. I'm like the Peter Piper of cats sometimes. I go walking down to the pond, I turn around, and there's like 8 cats behind me. I'm like, geez, where'd they all come from? They come out from the woods. See, here comes Arizona. Hi, AZ, my little key. So we're walking you guys all down this way. This is more towards the front of our property where we have our huge covert. And the last time that we had rain, which was before our drought for summer, we had water going over the road and it like really kind of messed up a lot of stuff. So this is the reason why we had to borrow Uber from David.
Yep.
So, oh look, we got water flowing in the creek again.
Hey, Mora, Luna.
Look how pretty this is.
Come.
Look at that, guys. Oh, it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
With all the fall leaves.
It's nuts. I can't believe that that's a 4-foot culvert.
Yeah. And so what happened was, all the water when we had our really big rain was like way up here. And it went all through over in there. You guys can look at some of our past videos, but the water was coming from like this area all through right here. And right about that area where my finger's pointing, the water was coming up and over the road. It washed all of this. This covert right here started to get exposed a little bit more, because when we first had it put in, I would say only like up until right there was actually exposed. So it kind of washed away, you know, this portion of it. But where it's really bad, go ahead and show them, baby.
So where it's really bad is over here. So it came up over, it's a 4-foot culvert, keep in mind. It comes up over right around a foot. So this is about 5 feet higher than the actual bottom of the creek bed. So with that in mind, it came all the way up and over. So we had a 6-foot wall of water over there, and it came rushing over with the foot of water above this. And it took away quite a bit.
Yep.
But a lot of it stayed. And the reason why it stayed is because it was the shell. But you can actually see a lot more of it.
But it exposed so much.
It exposed a lot.
So much.
But the way we built up the road and everything, it made it to where it stayed right there, which I'm glad that we did that. But you could see the shell right here. It's more like, it's like that clay slash, it's like rock.
It's shale.
It's shell. It's tiny little rocks. And that's what we had to dig through in our basement.
Yep. So what's old Uber gonna do for us, baby? What we gonna do?
So what I gotta do is I gotta come in here on this side, and you can see how it's all just pulling up right here. I wanna get in over on this side and bring it back quite a bit to where it's, you know, lined up with this guy. This should be fine right here. But bring that up and just bring it in so that way I have an idea of where I'm gonna be, and grab as many big rocks as I can see around, and I'm gonna try to shove them into this, as well as over this way. I'm gonna be trying to grab some of the bigger rocks in there and shoving them down on this side, because we want the bigger rocks so that way none of this washes out anymore. So we're gonna try to throw as much of big, huge rocks that we can right through here, and we'll bury it all again and get it all nice and level all the way over. And eventually, I have a feeling the blocks are going to be calling us again.
No.
But my thought of it is either the blocks, or we'll actually do a cement wall, and we'll do it, you know,
Concrete
forms and everything else ourselves.
Yeah.
It's not a huge 10-foot wall that we're building.
No.
All right, it might be long, but it's only going to be about like 4 feet tall, you know. So if we go from that side, we bring that guy out. Like you could see this water, or this got washed out.
The ledge.
You know, that ledge got washed out all the way over here. So if you just bring it at a constant 4 foot and just keep it level from here all the way over, right? And just make it that way. We could fill in all of that. Just keep that in mind while I'm filling, you know. And then once we put that wall in, then we can come back, put down some nice gravel around, and then also cement.
Yeah.
On top of that. And then that cement will keep everything where it needs to be.
Now, I will say, Gary and I are not going to get distracted from doing too much on the basement, because winter is coming, and that's got to be our topmost priority. We are not necessarily in the rainy season yet.
No.
We obviously, you know, with Friday and stuff, we can get some really big rains. The creeks are flowing again, which is awesome.
And concrete's not really the best time to be poured right now.
Yeah, so what we are going to do this week with Uber is mostly just dig everything out, all the tractor work that needs to get done. We're going to try to get done.
All the tractor work. Yep. Yeah. And make it to where everything is secured. This isn't, you know, sticking out, because this thing was buried all the way up to here.
Yeah, it was. It was buried just like the other side was.
So, I mean, I don't want this to wash down the... And the only way to do that is to keep it buried.
Yeah.
And
Well, we have some like leftover block we're
We
gonna
have
throw in
leftover
that
block.
area.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. We have leftover block. There's rocks around all the way from here to the.
Luna, Luna, leave Arizona alone. Come here. Sorry, Gary. She was playing
No, I got you.
with her again. Luna, I
So,
know you love that kitty, but you gotta stop biting on her. I know you're playing, but one of these days.
so
Scares me. Go ahead.
there's all that to take care of right here. We've got a lot of boulders and everything else around that we can throw in there. I would like to clean this up a little bit on the sides of the road as
Yeah.
well as on this side. It did get pushed a little, a little bit washed down a little bit more. So I would like to level that out a little bit more. And it really exposed this creek. We
Yeah.
actually have another creek right there.
When it gets really, really wet.
So, I
Right
mean,
in
you
here.
can tell now though
Yeah, you can see
that
it.
that's another creek.
Maybe we should connect them more
So,
right here so it'll go in. I don't know.
that's where I'm thinking I'm going to probably end up having to connect it right here, bring that over probably that way. And I'm probably going to have to ride this creek up and try to see where I can connect it up further into that creek. So that way this is just more so like an overflow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that way this just keeps it to where if this gets too much water in it, it can come and dam up right here and slowly trickle back in.
Yeah, because this culvert and this wash right here is literally, this is our driveway. So at the end of that, that's our opening to one of the other main roads. So if we can't turn from here and go here, then, we can't get to the back where our property and our houses are. So having this part of the road maintained is very important for us, for Country Road Cure, for the kids to get to school. It's just important for everything. We got to have our road be good. So
The good thing is all that damage, you can tell,
Luna.
you can look down this way. You can look down this way.
Yeah.
And you can see the rock that we actually laid down for the road.
Yeah, you can
And
see it.
how all of that packed it into that shell and everything, and that's what gives us a nice base.
Yeah.
Which now, because we've got the ground really, really compacted, we could go back and do the plastic on top of this and then more rock if we wanted to.
If we wanted to, but right now,
Right
I just
now is
don't
not the
see
time.
us, spending the expense for it because it's again not the rainy
Not the
season.
time.
It is stuff that we have on the forefront of our mind that we got to do. But right now, what we're gonna do, well, actually not even right now because we're not doing nothing today. Today is Sunday, and we are going to be spending it with our kids. Abraham actually has kind of a slight fever. Too much fun.
Too much fun, too much sweets over the last week, and
Yeah.
that
Kind of our
kid.
fault, but maybe not. Also, he goes to school, so you never know where the germs came up, right? But Abraham's not feeling the greatest today. And it is Sunday, so it's our family day. So we are going to be spending the day with the kids. But tomorrow, we plan to do the Uber work and start getting on some of this.
Yep.
And later on in the week, we're hoping to finish up the stuff inside our basement. Doors and window trim. We got to still get the insulation here on the property and start securing it because by the end of this month, we want to be done with the basement stuff. So.
Yeah, we got some stuff that we can do. I would like to clean up too and level out some rocks and everything else. Oh, I've got Uber.
And look, the neighbor has their horses out.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys can see it because GoPros are kind of small, but right over there, our neighbors got their horses out. So pretty.
Yeah.
So we just thought we would give you guys a good update. Some of y'all were really worried about us because of all of those storms that we talked to you about earlier. We're alive, we're well.
We're good.
No damage to the property. That rip in the tarp over by Camp Life happened before the storms. And thank goodness we're not living over there again because that would be our third tarp for that area in the last year and a half.
I'm just glad that all these storms were not in that trailer anymore because,
Oh my gosh.
man,
Going through those storms that we went through like last year and stuff,
while we were in that trailer, it was a little nuts.
that was a
Like,
little sketch for sure.
a couple of times that trailer would be like, oh,
Like,
like swaying back and forth. We're like, is this the time? Are we going to be Dorothy?
Yeah. Make your peace with the Lord. Oh man, they were some sketchy times for sure.
It was funny though.
But now we're inside the basement and we feel very safe and secured.
Yep.
I mean, I know how much work we put into it. I know how much rebar is in there and concrete is in there, and I know that mud was good when we made it, so. Yeah.
Well, I guess there's a whole nother reason why we went with the 1-inch block
Yeah.
as well, or the 1 foot block.
Yeah, the 12-inch block on the
Outer
U.
walls.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the front wall and that middle wall, those are 8-inch block, but the rest of it's all the 12.
Yep.
And a lot of it had to do with storms and like erosion and, you know, mudslide or whatever.
We spent a little bit more. I
Yep.
think it was only like 40 cents more per block. Huh.
I heard an animal. I didn't know if it was one of my cats or.
Sounds like almost sounded like a turkey.
Key! Oh, here she comes. Come on, Key! It's Arizona.
It's Arizona.
Yeah, I told you I heard one of my animals. Come on, Key! Key!
She's
Peter Piper of cats, I'm telling you.
she's taking her time.
I know, because all the dogs.
All
Luna,
the dogs are around.
leave her alone. Leave her alone. Luna and Arizona are best of friends. Truly they are, but Luna, she's a puppy still, so she misunderestimates her strength. And she's never been nasty or mean towards her in any way. I am just the one that's worried, you know.
Well, we just don't want her to get used to
I don't,
doing
yeah.
any of that.
I don't
So
want her
we
to get
try to-
used to playing with her too rough, but Arizona loves it. She doesn't
I
even
know.
care. Arizona's just like, yeah, let's play. It just freaks me out because I love that cat so much. So.
No.
But yeah, see, we walk anywhere and the dogs follow. And the cats follow too. But anyway, I'm sorry, I squirreled it all up because I heard a noise. I squirreled it all up. But anyway, guys, we are headed back. We're back over here by well number 1. Actually, this one should get demoted to well number 2 now that it's not our main anymore.
Nope.
But it
And-
was our first well, so that's why we call it well number 1. But
Yep.
anyway, we're getting closer and closer to home. We're going to hang out with those kiddos today. It is Sunday. We got to do all the normal domestics like everybody else. I got to fold laundry and have the kids get all of their stuff ready for school tomorrow.
Yep.
And we're going to try to play some games with them. Scarlett got some really cute presents and stuff for her birthday party.
She got some makeup and she already put it on.
Yeah, she did. She woke up this morning. Actually, I woke up this morning and what they were doing very first thing is they were already busting into the Legos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So they made some Lego houses and stuff. I was like, oh, right on. And then she put on her makeup and she was making beads last night and she's having a good old time. So we're going to get home, situate with our kids, come up with a good game plan for tomorrow while the kids are at school. Likely we'll be riding old Uber, getting some work done.
It's gonna be fun.
But
I can't wait. I miss Uber.
and she misses you too. Thank you, David.
Thank you,
Come
thank you.
on with that, come on.
Thank you, thank you.
Our brother from another mother. Appreciate you, bro.
I will Uber up before I start using her.
Yeah, we'll make sure to get her back to you in better shape than what you gave her to us in.
No.
Hi, Duchess. Hi, Duchess. Key.
We got some trenches we got to fill in.
I know, and we have a big pile of rocks over there too that we'd still like to dig around. And then there's this trench.
Yep.
You know, we got to
Got washed
rebury.
away and
Yeah.
all that fun stuff.
Uber's got some work to do.
We got some fun stuff to do. I got to figure out where this is. Right? And we're gonna want to. I have a feeling I'm probably gonna end up digging it to where it's got a trench coming and tying into our sump pump pipe
Yep.
line, and I'll probably have like a huge grate catch drain where it'll just funnel into that before it comes anywhere else.
Yep.
Have to do the same thing over there, which I have that in mind.
So we've definitely got our work cut out for us this next week. We'll be taking you guys along. I want to thank you guys for popping in with us today on a random Sunday Real Talk. But we're going to get in there and get with our kids. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. We will be back with you guys for a new episode of Real Talk with SLR. And, oh, the video. So I was going to post a video for you guys on Simple Life Reclaimed today. Yeah, that ain't happening. I got too busy with the kids. I do have some footage, but you guys are probably not going to see it until Tuesday because it's not really a complete video, and I'm going to wait until we throw in some of this work with Uber. So Tuesday, you guys are going to be seeing a lot of what happened this weekend and also what we get done with Uber. So
Oh, yeah.
it'll be worth the wait. So I want to thank you guys again for watching today's video, and until the next one, guys, we love y'all, and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later, later.